When I was in late high school, I had a reading speed of a 6th grader. I also had horrible acne. When I was in the bridal party at my sister's wedding, it was horrifying to me to know that that was going to be in every photo that my sister and my brother-in-law would look at for the rest of their lives. I had incredibly low self-esteem. I had trouble talking to my friends, let alone anyone else. I decided, because I found school incredibly difficult, that I was going to take a year off to really find myself. My father said that I just wouldn't have survived university if I didn't know exactly what I wanted and why I wanted it. So I took a job at a real estate agency. And not selling real estate, I was the person in the back office saying, please don't talk to me, just let me work this year. I need my space. And then by absolute happenstance, that company went bankrupt just before Christmas, and I find myself without a job. Now, in Australia, it's slightly different to a lot of other places in the world. We have our summer holiday and Christmas all at the same time. So in Australia, there's no decision makers to be found from the 20th of December to the 15th or 20th of January. The only jobs that were hiring were commission-only sales jobs. Now, sales was horrifying to me, but I didn't come from a rich family. My mother and father, they struggled to pay for us right throughout life. And I'd made a promise that I was going to support myself. So I took that commission-only sales job. And after 5 days of product training, no sales training whatsoever, I got thrown onto a street called Sydney Road, which is just store after store after store. And I walked down that road and received rejection after rejection, getting told to go and get a real job, to stop bothering them, wondering what I was doing with my life. Until the 93rd door, where I made my first sale. I remember I was ecstatic for about 60 seconds until I realized I had to do that every day for the rest of the year. It wasn't okay. I went looking for another answer. Because of my reading speed, I couldn't exactly pick up a Brian Tracy or a Zig Ziglar book on sales. And this was well before the days of podcasts and information products. Plus, I couldn't have afforded them anyway. But I did discover YouTube. And surprise to me, there was much more there than just cat videos. I learned the steps of the sale. And every day I focused on one key element. When everyone went off home and worried about tomorrow as another day, I was studying the elements of the sales. While all my friends over Christmas were celebrating and partying, waiting to go to university, I was practicing how to be a salesperson. And every single day, I got a little bit better. By day 2, it was 73 doors before my first sale, then 60, then 40, then 30, till 6 weeks later, I was the #1 sales performer in the largest sales and marketing company in the Southern Hemisphere. Very soon, people started asking me to teach them how to sell and asking me for advice. People that were in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s were asking to learn my system, my process. Introverted people that had no right being in sales, like me, were asking for help. I got promoted and promoted and promoted. The company would bring people in from all over to hear me talk about sales strategies. It was terrifying to me. But every time I did it, people got helped, and all of a sudden, people started to make money. And I fell in love with teaching people how to sell. Shortly after, I decided that I was going to open up my own business. And I decided that I was going to sell telecommunications. It's what I knew, it's all that I knew. And I'd only really started to get the hang of it. So I opened up a telecommunications company. And everybody was competing. It was such a saturated market. But I discovered that all of them were focused purely on price. And service had gone out the window. They were outsourcing that to overseas call centers. And if you're a business and you're struggling to survive in business, sure, you want to save money on your phone bill. But if the phone stops working, that is the lifeblood. If it doesn't ring, you don't make money. So I discovered that there was a group of people that needed service but still wanted to save money. So we launched with the message, service you can count on. And we grew in the business-to-business market to be the largest brokership of business-to-business mobiles in the country. By year 3, just in that year, we turned over $4.2 million. But I wasn't happy. And the reason why I wasn't happy is, sure, I was making money. I was making unbelievable money. But I wasn't helping anybody. I felt like if I didn't exist in the world, people wouldn't really notice. Sure, I was paying a lot of people and those people were happy. And even that scared me, that I had so many staff that I was responsible for in a business that I really just didn't feel like I was contributing. So I tried business after business to try and help people in the best way I could, to try and create a business that I felt was going to make me happy. I created the marketing strategy for an education facility. My goal was to look at a way where we could teach business owners how to run their businesses better, how they could be successful. We taught them everything from how to manage their staff, to how to run budgets and financial plans, to how to go out and sell. And we helped so many people, 3,500 business owners in just 3 years, predominantly from the trade demographic, builders, plumbers, electricians. But very shortly we were teaching lawyers, people from the medical institutions, even people from football teams, championship national football teams. The Australian Olympic players were studying with us. We absolutely took over the market. We were the fastest growing educational facility in the nation. Yet something to me was still missing. In 2013, I went soul searching. I went trying to find out what it was that was missing. Why, even though I'd had such success, I wasn't happy. And what I realized is that the first year of business, I absolutely loved it. I was hugely passionate about it. Because I got to create something that never existed before. I would take an idea in a saturated market, and against everybody's beliefs, I would succeed, and I would succeed rapidly. Year 2, there were people working for me I didn't even hire, people in other states I'd never even met. And by year 3, I was just over it. But what I did realize is that what I loved was the startup. I loved taking an idea, any idea, and figuring out a way it could obtain rapid growth. And I made that decision that I was going to help small business, because I'd seen so many small businesses where I grew up in my poor area come with dreams of starting something that was going to make them so successful, that was going to fulfill all their family's dreams and give them the money that they so desire. And then very shortly afterwards, watch the doors close, the family break up, all because they didn't know the specific things that I knew so well, which was helping an organization with their sales, their marketing, their branding, all the steps in my system to obtain rapid growth. So I decided small business was who I was going to help. It's all I ever cared about. It's what I absolutely loved. So I decided I was going to become the first rapid growth coach. And I was going to call my ideology the rapid growth system. Then I made the decision that I was going to move to America and I was going to start this business in America. Up until then, I'd sold to 20 million people. Australia was very small and so remote. So I made the decision to start in Austin, Texas. And then I realized I knew nobody. I was literally starting again. I had no networks. Within the space of just 6 months of launching my website, I had a 6-figure consulting business. I had helped businesses from building to ghostwriting, to copywriting, to nutrition, to life coaching, to podcasting. So many businesses from such diverse industries, all with one simple structure, one simple system. My system of rapid growth. I then went one step further and I said, I want to create a forum that helps small business right across America, a forum that creates this collaborative opportunity where people of all categories can come and learn. So I created Small Business Festival. I handpicked 6 individuals to come with me on that journey. And within the space of just 3 months, we got the support of Capital One, GoDaddy, Google, Facebook, the City of Austin, WP Engine, so many corporate sponsors that people say you need 12 months to get. We got them in less than 3 months. We got listed by Inc. magazine as the #3 festival for small business in the nation. We got listed by Twitter as the #2 profile to follow on Twitter for National Small Business Week in America. We had 1,200 people come to the event within just a 20-day marketing window. We had speakers such as Jim Cathcart, the #1 speaker in the world, people like Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer. We had 12 locations, 70 speakers. We even had the Mayor of Austin speak at our event. I received a proclamation from the City of Austin making Small Business Festival happen. The Governor's office came to the event and gave a proclamation of thanks to both me and the Mayor of the City of Austin for our work with the festival. I've spent, ever since I made that decision, my entire life focused on helping and supporting small business. And for the first time, I feel like I'm in the exact right place to do what I absolutely love, and I get to help so many people doing it. I am the rapid growth guy, and I love what I do.